So you mean to say we're live now?
I'm pretty sure it just starts.
So you mean to say we're live now?
Yes.
Hi, if you're watching.
You're not. They're not.
Oh, nobody's watching.
Not yet.
Oh, okay. I mean, they could be.
I mean, they would have had to have been like sitting there at the page.
If you're on Facebook and you got a notification that we're live, yes, we are live.
Yeah.
We are.
On a Tuesday.
It's Tuesday?
Yes. Tuesday.
Whew. Tuesday. Tuesday
is a big day.
It is a big day. What you up to? You're gonna check and see if we're online. We're doing testing. This is a testing for the live stream. If you're tuning in, you're like, what are they doing? These jokers. So we're just kind
making sure everything's good for this Sunday, because this Sunday's a big deal.
Why is it a big deal?
Why is it a big deal, Jeremy? Because that's when the new ShamWow comes out.
Oh, ShamWow! I love that thing. I never got one though. If you're looking for Christmas gift ideas for me, I take a ShamWow.
ShamWow.
They still exist?
I think so.
Cool.
If you're wondering, that's
what we look like. Like our curtains.
That's
You'd think there's a window behind here, but there's not.
That's an Inception thing.
Yeah.
It's like,
there's not a window.
We're live.
So this Sunday, if you're watching, this Sunday is a big deal because it's Resurrection Sunday. Easter Sunday. What else do they call it? Like He is Risen Day.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. that's the greeting.
That's the thing you say. You have to say that.
Yes.
I expect everybody who comes in the door Sunday to say.
I can guarantee you, Mr. Chip Perry is going to say that.
We're gonna get a text. Actually, I'll get a text.
Yeah.
If you don't get the text, I'm sorry. I shouldn't put that out there. It's too late. We already said it. His name and that he texts.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people, will text.
That's true.
On random holidays.
That's true. This is a random holiday.
Do you get? Well, no, but do you get like your family group text on like Christmas? If you're not together, I always get like Merry Christmas from, the 20 people in my family that I'm not gonna spend Christmas with. So
yeah, I mean I'll get that.
It's like
that's
that.
True. Yeah, that's true.
It'll be like that.
Yeah, that's true. So Resurrection Sunday gonna be awesome. It's gonna be great. You're blowing up, huh?
People calling me.
All right. They're probably calling you because you're live.
Yeah.
Hey, we see you live. We're gonna call in.
This is not.
Should we take questions?
This is not that show.
I can take one. Not
oh
today.
Yeah. If you got a question for Mitch, you should definitely call him right now.
Do not disturb.
Ever wanted to ask Mitch anything? You can call him right now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff coming up, Mitch.
There's a lot of stuff coming up. Yeah. Do you want to talk about what's coming up? A couple things.
Well, if you want to go in order.
Yeah. I actually kind of have an order.
Oh, okay. So, one thing that you'll be seeing a promo video for at Easter, hopefully.
Yes.
I'll work on that. This Sunday is the digital parenting class that myself and Justin Gravely are going to be doing. It's a 4-week life prep class where we're going to be handling all things media, technology, and how to parent through all of these new things that have come about in the last 10, 15, 20 years. And so it's going to be a great class. I'm really excited about it. Just to be teaching something with Justin, but also, talking through something that's a part of everybody's life. I mean, obviously if you're watching this, it's a part of your life.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to steal this.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There's the book that we're using.
Now, does everybody have to get the book? I actually meant to ask that earlier.
Now, we're not requiring it, but it's going to be very, very recommended to get the book, because if you're like, I kind of assume everybody's like me. If I hear information that first week and I'm going to be like, this is awesome, this is great, I'm going to go home and do this with my kids. Then you get home and sit down with your kids and you're like, I don't remember any of it.
What did we talk about?
And so I basically bumble through it like, the old Tim Allen talking. You remember after he talks to Wilson? Wilson gives him this great advice, but then when he tries to repeat it back to his family, he always just messes it up to, comically.
It's like the phones, they're like rocks.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I would recommend getting the book, so that way you can go through and go through your notes and go through the book and go, oh yeah, this is what we talked about and this is what we wanted to do as parents when it came to set it. Because one of the biggest things in there is making a plan for your family of how you're going to handle media, how you're going to handle social media, how you're going to do a lot of the things. So
I was just checking to see if we can be heard. If we can't be heard, you should say something.
Yeah, I can see the closed captioning.
Oh yeah, so we can
auto closed captioning.
Oh, and I can hear it. Oh, my audio's up. navigating my digital.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to navigate his digital world.
I don't really.
But yeah, the book is great to get practical steps, and will be a good supplement to what we're going to be talking about.
Can I have this for free?
Huh? No.
Are you going to give one away?
Nothing is free.
Are you going to give one away?
Ooh, I got
one away like on Easter Sunday.
Yeah, I can talk to John.
Resurrection Sunday.
See if he would let me do a quick giveaway or something, or if he could do a quick giveaway.
Yeah, there we go.
We like giving stuff back.
Yeah, I'll give it back.
Yeah, giving stuff out.
So then the 24th, your class starts.
Yes.
What else happens for you on the 24th? It's like the Jeremy Show on the 24th.
No, it is not. It is going to be a testament to how much can I delegate other people to do.
There you go. All right.
Because I'm definitely going to be in the class, but while we're teaching the class, our Refuge Missions team will be prepping a barbecue lunch. If you've ever done any of our barbecue lunches before in the past, you know it's a really, really good time and a great meal. Mr. Wayne Sykes is our grill master. And so you'll be smelling it as you're going into service. You'll be thinking about it during service. Hopefully not too much, because
it's after Resurrection Sunday.
But and then as soon as service is over, like what we did last time, we just kind of flipped the gym, had everybody stay in there. We're gonna do that again.
Excellent.
And so that way you don't have to worry about that. If you've got kids, you'll want to go get the kids from G Kids and then bring them back to the gym for the meal. If you want to do to-go plates, we'll have to-go plates as well. But one of the things last time that I was really encouraged by was the fact that most everybody kind of stayed for the meal, and it was a really good fellowship time to get to talk to people and get to know people that maybe you don't, if you're like me, you're too awkward to ask them to go to lunch, but then we're all having lunch together. It makes it easy to just get to know somebody, sit down at a table people you don't necessarily hang out with all the time.
That's what we should do.
Yeah.
Assigned seats? No, not assigned seats.
No.
Just encourage.
Yeah. Find a family that you don't normally hang out with, and just sit down and share a meal.
Just sit down.
Yeah,
just go and sit. Like, is this seat taken? Okay, thanks. And just sit.
It'll get awkward enough. Someone's gonna start talking.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm.
So that's the two things happening for me.
That's right.
And then I think there's couple more things.
There's two more things on the same day. So the 24th is a big day if you think about it. You got that life prep class that starts, barbecue lunch, which is going to be delicious, and then we have an intro to grace. So if you're newer, have not come to what's called Intro to Grace, just gives you kind of an overview, and it's that first step to a membership class. Come to that. I believe it's at 4:00. You'll want to sign up for that most likely. Email church office.
Yep.
But please come to that if you're newer. And then that night is a hymn sing, and I should have looked at the slide to see where. It's either at Riverside or Willow Ridge.
You want me to go look real quick?
You could go look.
Because it's right there.
All right.
You could probably.
I'll stand here awkwardly on camera while everybody's watching. And
it's at Willow Ridge.
Willow Ridge. There it is.
PM.
Willow Ridge. 6:00. Willow Ridge. Always a good time. Bring your kids. Bring your families. They love it. But that's it. So life prep class, navigating our digital world. You're calling it what? Digital parenting? That's
digital parenting is kind of
it's a neat title for a class. I like that. Digital parenting.
Yeah.
It does not mean to just record yourself and put yourself in front of the screen.
Just live stream yourself to your kids.
Live stream or holograms. Are those still a thing?
No, but like VR.
Okay, VR. The meta.
Just put your kids in some
meta
VR goggles.
You could have called it meta parenting.
Meta parenting.
Oh man, that's a missed
opportunity.
opportunity. Barbecue lunch afterwards. Again, delicious intro to grace and hymn sing. So then we're like I said, we're testing LiveStream. So I'm gonna do some lyrics while Jeremy. No, you're not talking. I'm talking the rest of the time. So
yeah.
I don't. Okay. The next event. All right. The next. Well, we need to test the lyrics.
Yeah, I'm gonna test the lyrics while you're talking.
I'm gonna talk. He's gonna test some lyrics. So pay no attention to what I'm saying. Just listen to the lyrics. Married Life Live. John's talked about it the past couple Sundays. We're going to continue talking about it. We want you coming. It's May 15th. It's going to be a great event. I know that we're going to be using some resources by Paul Tripp, like we did last time. We did a date night a while ago and used some Paul Tripp videos. He has some new marriage resources, so I know we're using some of those, some live testimonies. It's going to be a great time, so please come join us for that May 15th. And while I'm talking about marriage stuff, we're looking at marriage mentoring. We have couples available, ready to mentor anyone who wants to sign up. That's in the app. Many of these things are all talked about within the app. It's a great resource if you don't have it. Hey, put up that app slide. I bet you could do that, couldn't you?
Yep.
Yeah. We'll put up the app slide. This is how you get it. gracega.info/app, and will get you the app directly to your phone. It'll take you to an external link. You'll type in some information. You'll get the app. Great place for resources. So the last thing I wanted to say, and wanted just to make sure everybody's aware of, is Family Worship Sunday. Obviously, it's going to be on Resurrection. I can't say that word today.
Yeah.
Resurrection Sunday is Family Worship Sunday. So your kids will be in the service with us. We'll have G kids for the youngers for sure, but the older kids will be with us in service. But for the months of June and July, we will be having Family Worship Sunday for those 2 months, and we'll have a G Kids program running the 5th Sunday of both of those months, or the last Sunday, not the 5th. One of them is a 5-Sunday month.
Yeah, last Sunday.
But it'll be the last Sunday of June, last Sunday of July. We'll do a big G Kids event on those Sundays. But for the whole month, those 2 months, we're doing Family Worship Sunday, and we're doing something a little different. We'll be providing exciting resources coming up for all ages, not just kids, teens, and adults.
Our entire church body going through one book of the Bible. I guess we've already. Did we settle on?
We've settled on Philippians.
Philippians.
It's Philippians.
Yeah. So for the whole summer, we'll be going through the book of Philippians, and you'll have resources that'll help you in your family devotions for if you have little kids, if you have teenagers, if you don't have any kids at all.
That's right.
Or if you just want to, if you have, like you just got like your small little congregation at home. So it'll have some resources for each age group, or all age groups, I guess you'd say. But yeah, I like one of the things that I've noticed about having kids in service, like either if I'm in the congregation or if I'm leading on stage, is there's just another level of energy in the room. Obviously, there's just it's energy because they're kids. But one thing that I have noticed here at Grace is that when kids start engaging in the worship time, like there's just that extra level of that godly energy, spiritual energy, I would say, that like they're engaged in it and their parents are singing, and it's just a really sweet time to have everybody there. And I would also encourage parents as well, is that Grace Church is probably the most gracious in the sense that if your kid starts, misbehaving, or if there's noise or whatever, just know that there's probably a handful of parents behind you that are like rooting for you. They're not mad at you. Oh, yeah. They're not like, if anything, they're just like, yeah, that was my kid last week.
And you always think
there's a lot of grace.
You always think your kid's the loudest.
Yes.
Like they were so loud. I'm so sorry. And most of the time, people are like, I didn't even notice.
Yeah, they didn't notice, or the times that I do notice, usually it's like, oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
like if there's like a smaller, if they're younger than my kids, I go, yeah, I remember when my kid did that. And it's not that it's not a big deal. Like I've seen, like you might have experienced in other places, and so it's a really family friendly kind of environment that we like to have. But yeah, it's a great time for families to be able to worship together.
Yeah, so it's a great opportunity. Well, I think that's it. I think we hit our whole list.
I know. And it's still going and things are happening.
Yeah, we really want this to be functioning 100%.
Yeah. I did notice, I will say, and it's great, and it's why we do live stream on Sundays. One of the primary reasons why we do live stream on Sundays is if you're not able to make it to be here in person. Obviously, in person is going to be that's where it's at. But sometimes life just happens, and there are people who are either sick or they're out of town and can't make it physically, so they tune in online. And so that's the main reason why we do our live stream, is to make sure that even if life comes up, life happens, kid gets sick, everybody's stuck at home. You can still have church. You can still put put it on the big screen. We are streaming, if you didn't know this, if you're watching on Facebook, we are streaming now to Facebook and YouTube. I've just found for me and our setup at home, like YouTube is really a lot easier to bring up on the big screen. And so it's real easy to just kind of, if you got a smart TV or Roku or Apple device or anything like that, YouTube is usually going to be on there. So we are streaming to YouTube and to Facebook. And so, kind of pick the platform that works best for you to be able to worship.
I thought you were going to say something different. Anyway, but it's also good for people who don't have Facebook.
Yeah.
Increasingly, there's a number that don't have Facebook, and a lot of times you have to log in or some of those things. So having that YouTube is great. But there was a question on here that I thought would be good to know or to answer. The digital parenting class. Someone asked if it includes teenagers in class.
I would say it's not geared directly towards teens. It's more geared towards like, hey, parents, let's talk through this. And so I would probably say probably not, but at the same time, the stuff that you're learning in the class is definitely going to lend itself to like, hey, when we go to, go out to lunch on that Sunday afternoon, like that would be a great time while it's fresh on your mind and your heart to talk through that stuff. Because one of the things that Justin and I talked about was just when you get a group of parents together, a lot of times it's easier to open up and talk about struggles and hey, here's where things kind of went bad for us, or what are you guys doing about this particular thing. And so fortunately we do have a class for teenagers during that life prep time.
Absolutely.
And so they can still go and learn, but I would say this is probably geared directly towards parents to be able to talk through that stuff and learn some resources that are available to you, and then go back to your kids and say, hey, we're gonna make a plan for this. So because I just think personally, the days of just being able to like wing it when it comes to technology, they're just over. Like there's so much, and there's a new app put out every day or every half a day. Yeah. There's a new app that's out there that parents need to be aware of, and so it's just really difficult if you don't have a plan in place. It's going to be very difficult to manage all of that and to provide protection for your kids, but also provide accountability for them. And there's just so many facets to it that we want to get parents talking about. So
yeah, and there's like you said, there's great teachers for all age groups. We got Brian Parker, Chip Perry, Miss Ann teaches Faithful. They've all been teaching Faithful for many years, and then right now Mitch Escobar is teaching that middle G kids age.
Yeah, that elementary age.
Yep.
Yeah, he does a great job.
Yeah. So we've got some great teachers. So it's great opportunities for the kids, and they can jump in. It's not like they're going through a study. So if you're like, well, I want to do this class, but my kids have never been to 915, no big deal.
Yeah,
bring them
just to jump in anywhere.
Exactly. So yeah. Well, I think that's it for all the questions. Appreciate the compliments. I won't read them out loud, but thank you.
We'll go back later and read them.
Yeah. Well, thanks.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's it.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, Jeremy, you're gonna walk away and end the stream.
I'm gonna walk away.
I'll do the sign off. Real quick. Resurrection Sunday. So this coming Sunday, 24th, Life Prep begins. New class, BBQ Lunch that day, Intro to Grace, hymn sing, Married Life Live on the 15th, family worship all June and July. Appreciate it.